Hey, you. I wanted to talk to you today about gratitude. And I wanted to talk to you about what a funny thing it is on a day that we should all be grateful. So, recently I was skimming over, not really reading, but just kind of getting to the summation about why being grateful is very good for your health. And it does seem to point to a lot of the same reasons why being or thinking that you're lucky is very good for your outcomes. Just to summarize that, because I've talked about it before, the people who view themselves as lucky are simply more open to opportunities than those who consider themselves unlucky. And a great example of this is somebody who thinks that they're lucky might go to a party and just want to have a good time. And therefore, they're open to meeting a new friend, a new lover, a new job prospect, anything that happens as long as it's a good time, they're open to it. Whereas somebody who's unlucky might focus only on love, and therefore, because they went to that party only looking to partner with somebody or find somebody to date, well, they missed out on anything else that was even available to them. Gratitude is kind of the same thing. At least that's where science is pointing us right now. Those who are gracious, those who have a lot of gratitude and gratefulness, simply do better in life. It's one of those things. Now, you can't change your height, but tall people do better than short people. And you can't change your sex, but men often do better than women. But you can change your mindset and you can have control over your feelings. But this holiday, it really is a mixed blessing of gratitude because we're supposed to be, right? It's wrong, it's taboo not to be grateful for specific things on the specific day. And in that way, it's a lot like Valentine's Day. It's not so much a holiday about love so much as it is protocol. So what I want to talk to you a little bit about today is, for one, how grateful I am for you on this holiday of gratitude, and two, how even if you're not feeling really grateful today for the things you're quote unquote supposed to, why that's totally okay. And let's be grateful anyway. Let's be gracious anyway. Uh, there's nothing wrong with that. So the first thing is, why am I making a video? Why am I putting it up today? Why did I record it today instead of yesterday when I had some free time? I wanted to be in the spirit of it. I wanted to wake up and this be my I'm grateful for. I'm not with my family this year. I made that choice. I'll be seeing them for Christmas, and I said, you know what? I want to do Thanksgiving by myself. I might have to do some stuff with the book if I turn that in late, etc., etc. So I made that call while I was still in Europe that I was going to be here today alone. But I'm not alone because I'm surrounded by friends, and friends are family that you choose. And I'm very, 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 very grateful for you. I'm very grateful for all the opportunities that you have given me just by clicking on my stuff over the last year. This year has been amazing. Just 2 days ago, I was doing just some quick note upkeep on my end of the year special, which is very much chock full of gratitude. And I was just thinking how nice it is that you afford me the opportunities that I've gotten this year. For instance, I haven't been able to do it yet, but I'm going to take myself on a date night for sure within the next week, and I'm going to go and see Arrival and Doctor Strange. I haven't seen either. And just because I'm feeling good and I'm grateful and because of you guys, I have the ability to go out and do that. That's an expensive night for me. That goes pretty far above the normal daily budget, seeing those two movies, at least at the theater I want to see it at. And I'm doing it anyway because I can't keep preaching being nice and good to yourself to you guys and then not doing it to me, at least bit by bit. So, thank you. I'm really, really grateful. But what if I wasn't? Rewind. Let's go back 2 years. I wasn't extremely grateful on Thanksgiving. I didn't have a lot to be grateful for. I didn't have my health. My back was in constant pain. I didn't have any prospects. In fact, my third relationship had ended not to not too much earlier than Thanksgiving itself. Um, and my latest round of screenplays had been going nowhere. My latest rounds of writing wasn't very effective. I didn't have a lot of gracefulness or gratitude in me. I shouldn't conflate those two so much. Oh well. I didn't have a lot of gratitude in me 2 Thanksgivings ago. And there's nothing wrong with that. I wasn't in the best place. But if I knew now what I knew then, what I would say to myself is very simply, it's okay not to be just totally grateful today. It's okay to just put on a facade today and just do what's expected of you, the protocol, the tradition. Because real gratitude is a slow well inside you that fills up. It is not something that comes and goes quickly. Gratitude is very much a thing like generosity. It's very much a mindset like positivity. It's not something that you can just take on and off like other emotions. You really have to work at it. And gratitude isn't about saying what you don't have or what you do have that others don't even. That's superficial gratitude. Real gratitude is a humble, present feeling of thankfulness that you get to even experience this. Here are some great little segments from the last year that I thought were just so nice. Don't be sad that David Bowie passed while you were alive. Be grateful that on this crazy cosmic journey you were alive at the same time as him. Isn't that nice? Be grateful for that sorrow of missing David Bowie. That's true gratitude. It is accepting the bitter with the sweet. And it isn't something that you can make a big show of on holidays, especially when other people are driving you nuts, and you are supposed to, quote unquote, show gratitude for a few things. Now, I am going to declare a little bit of a culture war on this one and say, I think a lot of societies have it backwards, and they tell us that we should be grateful and respectful of success, that we should be grateful and respectful of decree, of authority, and that sort of thing. And I'm going to say, not so much. Not so much. What we should be grateful of, what we should be accepting and patient with, is just the general attempt. Just the attempt. Just trying a little bit here and there. And I am very, very proud of you when you try, especially when you try something that you've tried before and failed. I'm not super proud of the person who quit smoking this year, but I am super proud of everyone who tried to do it, really tried to do it 2 or 3 times. Because the person who quit smoking, they got their reward. With all due respect, as a former smoker myself, you got your reward. But the people who tried and failed didn't, and in fact had to feel some shame, and they didn't succeed, and if only they wanted it enough. You know how that drumbeat goes. So let's be grateful for ourselves and our attempts and our experience and our inner voice, the one that never quits on us. Not the one that's banging loudly, that tells you what other people have that you don't, but the much quieter voice within, the very still one that says, yeah, today is rough, and yeah, I have to kneel a little bit, but I'm still good, I'm still here, and I want to try again. And that's the voice that I'm so proud that you have and that you listen to, and that's the voice that I really, really, really hope that I encourage deep within you. So, yes, today can suck. And the me 2 years ago did bend the knee and pretend to be grateful and pretend to be gracious and pretended not to be in as much pain as they were in and said some platitudes. And you know what I would do today, even though I'm feeling very grateful, even though I'm very thankful for each and every one of you, and just blown away by this year and how amazing it's been for me personally, even though it's been a suckfest overall. I would still do it. I would still go through the protocol because, again, real gratitude is gracious no matter what the situation is. It reads the room and it reacts accordingly. And again, there is a lot of power in submission. And submitting to a tradition to make other people happy, I've done way worse things. Way worse. So, I hope that you're listening to the small, quiet inner voice today and not the loud one that can blare like an alarm when politics are mentioned, when roles are passed, when comments about dating and love are brought up, and eyes are shifted towards you. That loud voice, oh, today is a big stage for them. But don't give it to them. Give them a second or two in the spotlight if they rush into it, but just remember, you are worthy of gratefulness, and you have it within you, and I know because you show it to me all the time. So, from the bottom of my heart, to everybody who practices it and everybody who doesn't, happy Thanksgiving, and thank you for being so good and grateful and gracious to me.